Hi, my name is Liza Miron. Welcome to this introduction of Family Constellations. Family Constellations were developed by Bert Hellinger. Bert Hellinger is German, and in the 1960s he went to South Africa for 16 years as a priest and also to work as a teacher. Here he worked closely with the Zulu community and realized that they lived so much healthier and fulfilling lives than the people in Europe. He realized that one of the reasons for this was because they honored and remembered their ancestors. He decided to leave priesthood and went back to Europe and became a psychoanalyst and a family therapist, and then he developed the Family Constellations. Bert Hellinger realized that we don't live independent to each other. We all belong to different systems. Our family system, our friends, our work, our country. All these are systems that we belong to. These systems maintain several universal laws that he described. The first order of love that I want to mention is the order of belonging. Everybody belongs. No one can be pushed out or forgotten. Everyone has a place. It doesn't matter what anyone has done in the past, they all belong. Even when someone has done terrible things, crimes, and has hurt members of the family system, still this person will always belong. I'll give you some examples for you to understand what I mean, but it doesn't mean that this is the way that it always happens. In family constellations, nothing is written in stone. Each family system and each person is different, so in order to understand in depth, we need to see each situation by itself. So for example, going back to the first order of love that I was talking about, the order of belonging, let's say a family member has been an alcoholic, has hurt other family members in the family, and took all the money from the family. Often the family decides that they don't want to know anything about this person and pretend this person has never existed. This person has been excluded. So to compensate, when there is a new member in the family, someone that has been born, they will have a loyalty to the family member that was excluded. They will have the same problems and challenges that the excluded member had. The family system chooses them to occupy the place of the family member that was excluded. This way, the family system regains the balance. The family system wants everyone else to remember the person with these traits and characteristics, to remember the person that has been excluded. So, this does not mean that when someone has hurt us, we should do nothing. It is very important to put limits in our life, and it is okay to stay away from people, even family members that keep hurting us. However, we need to accept them as they are. Remember them, honor them, and thank them because they're behaving that way because the family system needs them to. They are doing it for the family system. Another situation where family members are excluded is when it is too painful to remember. For example, this can happen when a child dies. It is so painful that we don't want to remember. Again, we don't want to talk about this. We pretend that this person never existed. We don't want to feel the pain. And here again, a family member has been excluded. So when a new member comes in the family system, for example, a brother or a sister, they're going to be loyal to the one that has been excluded, to the one that has not been remembered. We have a tendency not to want to feel grief. We need to learn to feel and identify with our emotions, to deal with them, to manage them. We also need to help our children do this. Only by feeling grief, pain, fear, confusion, can we feel love, joy, bliss, and appreciate beauty. When we close our heart to the negative emotions, we close it to all emotions. when negative emotions are not felt, expressed, and dealt with, they get pushed to our subconscious. And they have to come out somehow. The way they usually come out is as illnesses. Having an open heart means to live and feel all kinds of emotions. It helps live in the present. So what is very important to know as well is that the emotions that we haven't been able to deal with, our children will carry them for us. If we're not able to grieve and mourn a loss, our children will do it for us. For example, by living with depression, illnesses, without joy in their lives. What the family system wants is for us to heal what our ancestors have not been able to heal, to bring balance to the family system and show what needs to be seen. When we are able to deal with our challenges and heal, our ancestors heal as well. The problem is that we're dealing with difficult issues that don't belong to us, and this is the reason why they're so challenging to heal. This is why Family Constellations is such a powerful tool. It helps us see the family system entanglements so that we can be able to start the healing process. So another order of love is the order of hierarchy. Everyone in the family system has its place and its role. This order has to be respected, and when it doesn't, again, the family system will compensate. For example, parents are parents and children are children. When children tell their parents what to do, how to do it, how to behave, they're behaving as their parents' parents. They're not respecting the order. They are in the role of their grandparents. So the way the system compensates is that often these children will not be able to have children of their own, since in their family system they already have. In their family system, they are their own parents' parents. In their family system, their own parents are their children. So this is the reason why they cannot have children on their own. The third order of love that I wanted to mention is the order of giving and receiving. There has to be a balance. In the relationships we have, we need to give and receive in the same amount. When we don't, the relationship starts to fall apart. For example, in a relationship, when someone gives much more than the other, often the person that leaves the relationship is the one that has been receiving. People often say, how ungrateful, how can he or she do this? So, systemically, the person that is receiving can't give back in the same amount, so he or she is not able to live with that much guilt. The guilt of not being able to give back on the same amount. So they prefer to end the relationship. So, when we give, we should only give as much as the other person can give back. Otherwise, the relationship will not work. There has to be a balance in the giving and receiving. And in order to be able to give, we have to be able to receive. And in order to be able to receive, we also have to be able to give. There's only one situation where the balance of giving and receiving can't be maintained. And this is what with our parents. Our parents gave us our life, and there's nothing as big and precious as life that we can give back. The way we regain the balance is by having children of our own, or if we don't have any children, by having a project that helps others. We all have issues that don't belong to us. They belong to our ancestors. We have an opportunity to solve and heal them in our life. By doing this, we heal and also our ancestors heal. This is what this family system needs. This is what the family system wants. It wants us to live our life to the fullest, to accept life and others just as they are, and by doing this, we're healing ourselves and healing the past. This is why family constellations are so powerful. They are a tool that brings out hidden dynamics in the system so that it can be healed. So the most important part in family constellations is to accept life just as it is, without wanting to change anything. This means accepting everything just as it is and everyone just as they are, without wanting them to change at all, and especially our parents. Our parents gave us our life, so accepting them means to accept life. When we are able to accept situations, people, and life just as it is, then life will give back to us. We will have abundance, health, success, and love. When we don't accept, we want people and situations to change. We complain constantly about everything and everyone. We don't want to be responsible. Accepting means not wanting others to change, means to accept our challenges, our situations, means to move forward, means to be responsible for what we do in our lives. The issues and challenges we have in our lives, health problems, failure, difficult relationships, are there for a reason. We have them because we're being loyal to our ancestors and carrying these burdens for them. We have them because there's something we need to see, there's something that we need to heal. And by solving these issues, we're able to heal ourselves and to heal the past. When you have tried to solve these issues in different ways and haven't been able, or if you see a pattern in your life that you want to change, it is the moment to do a family constellation. Also, any patterns in your family, for example, the firstborn always fails at relationships, or there's always someone in the family that loses all their money, or illnesses that are carried for several generations, all this can start healing with family constellations. Family constellations is an amazing tool. And I've seen so many lives changed with the work of family constellations. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. It's amazing the work that can be done with family constellations. You can always find my details in my website. That's www.coachingandconstellations.com. I hope you enjoyed the introduction. I hope you found this introduction helpful and useful. Thank you so much for listening.